Welcome back guys, my name is Dharmesh, and you watching Tech Knowledge by Dharmesh. Before begin I request you to please subscribe my channel, and don't forget to like and share. Without wasting any time, let's start the session. Today's top news. The center has declared that the birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda will be celebrated as Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. To mark the occasion, PM Modi will inaugurate Bhagwan Birsa Munda Smrti Udyan Sa Swatantrata Senani Sangrahalaya at Ranchi today at 9:45 am through video conferencing. Union Tribal Affairs Minister Arjun Munda will also be present during the event. 2. President Ram Nath Kovind promulgated 2 ordinances to extend the tenure of directors of probe agencies. A. Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI). B. Enforcement Directorate (ED), up to 5 years. The ordinances are the Central Vigilance Commission Amendment, Ordinance 2021, and the Delhi Special Police Establishment Amendment, Ordinance 2021. As per the ordinances, the chiefs of the top agencies can be given extensions every year for up to 3 years after they complete the 2-year term. The ordinances said, no such extension will be granted after the completion of a period of 5 years in total, including the period mentioned in the initial appointment. The present tenure of the chiefs of the central agencies is 2 years. The Vice President of India M. Venkaiah Naidu has called for providing equal property rights to women, and the importance of fully empowering them to make the country progress. Participating in the 20th anniversary celebrations of Swarna Bharat Trust, Venkatachalam, Nellore, AP. PM Modi to inaugurate redeveloped Rani Kamlapati railway station in Bhopal today, November 15, around 3 p.m. during his visit to Madhya Pradesh. The redeveloped Rani Kamlapati railway station, named after brave and fearless Queen Kamlapati of the Gond Kingdom, is the first world-class railway station in Madhya Pradesh. Railway's passenger reservation system to be shut down during the lean business hours of the night for next 7 days. This is to enable upgradation of system data and updating of new train numbers, since a huge amount of old train numbers and current passenger booking data are to be in all mail or express trains. The activity will be performed starting from the intervening night of 14th and November 15th to the night of 20th and November 21st, starting at 11:30 p.m. and ending at 5:30 a.m. Minister for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, and Dairying Parshottam Rapala will launch a nationwide AHDF KCC campaign today, November 15th, in hybrid mode. The campaign aims to expand the benefits of Kisan Credit Card to all eligible animal husbandry and fishery farmers in the country. Andhra Pradesh, earthquake shakes Vizag in Andhra Pradesh on Sunday. The National Center for Seismology, NCS, under Ministry of Earth Sciences, stated that the magnitude of the earthquake was 1.8 and depth was 5 kilometers. The tremor occurred at 7:13 a.m. Delhi, the Commission for Air Quality Management in NCR and adjoining areas, CAQM, convened a crucial meeting on an emergent basis in wake of deteriorating air quality of the Delhi NCR region. The adverse air quality scenario in Delhi NCR is a combined result of paddy stubble burning, vehicular pollution, post-Diwali pollution, dip in temperature, and other local factors, was also greatly impacted by a dust storm moving in from the southwesterly directions of the Thar Desert, which brought in huge quantities of dust that further amplified the PM2.5 and PM10 levels significantly. All schools closed in Delhi for week and construction activities banned for 3 days to check air pollution. Bihar, 4 members of a family in Bihar's Gaya were allegedly shot dead, and their bodies hung by Maoists in a cowshed. The Maoists also blew up the houses of the victims as a punishment for passing information to police and CRPF, which had resulted in the encounter of 4 Maoists in March. Chandigarh, the Health Department, UT, Chandigarh has issued an advisory for Zika virus disease. Zika virus disease is primarily transmitted through the bite of an infected species of Aedes mosquito, the same mosquito which is responsible for causing dengue and chikungunya. Haryana, school closed in 4 areas in Haryana till November 17th due to air pollution. Schools will be closed in Gurugram, Faridabad, Jajpur, and Sonipat till November 17th. Maharashtra, state government has decided to give awards to all the police personnel involved in Naxal encounter in the district on November 13th. Bhima Koregaon case accused Milan Teltumd among 26 Naxalites killed in encounter in Gadchiroli. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, imposed several restrictions on Lakshmi Cooperative Bank Ltd, Solapur, including 1,000 rupees cap on withdrawals for customers, due to deterioration in its financial position. Kerala, red alert in 3 districts, shutter of Cherathoni Dam of Idukki Reservoir opened again. Mullaperiyar Dam, the water level has reached 140.10 feet, while 1867 cusecs are being released from the reservoir. Meanwhile, authorities have declared holiday for all educational institutions including professional colleges in Pathanamthitta, Alappuzha, and Kollam. Punjab asterisk. A 350-bed Bara super specialty hospital is being started by the Rayat Bara Group. The hospital, located on the Chandigarh-Ropar Highway, 10 kilometers from Chandigarh, will be formally inaugurated by Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi on November 19. The CM will be accompanied by Deputy Chief Minister O.P. Soni. Telangana High Court has issued contempt notices to the Board of Directors of the AP Mahesh Cooperative Urban Bank Ltd, directing it to explain why the contempt proceedings shall not be initiated against them for violating the orders issued by it. Uttar Pradesh. The Congress will contest all 403 seats in the 2022 Uttar Pradesh polls on its own and emerge victorious in the electoral battle, party leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra said on Sunday. The Finance Ministry on Sunday said that GST authorities in Delhi have uncovered input tax credit, ITC, fraud worth 34 Indian rupees crore, involving 7 firms. The firms used to avail and pass on inadmissible ITC through bogus GST invoices without actual movement of goods, the ministry added. The entities have generated fake GST invoices of around 220 Indian rupees crore. Entertainment. The virtual registrations for India's biggest film festival, the 52nd International Film Festival of India, are now open. Filmmakers and film enthusiasts can visit the portals iffigoa.org and dff.gov.in. For registrations, 9-day-long 52nd International Film Festival of India will begin on 20th of this month in Goa. Bollywood actor Sonu Sood announced his younger sister, Malvika Sood's, entry into politics, stating that she was ready to serve the people of Punjab and will contest the state assembly polls scheduled for next year. Actors Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt will be getting engaged on November 29th at a resort in Rajasthan. As per another report, the couple will be tying the knot in April 2022. Defense. The Army has deployed M777s in Ladakh, where India and China have been locked in a border row for over 18 months, and also in Arunachal Pradesh, across which the Chinese People's Liberation Army, PLA, has stepped up its activities. India ordered 145 howitzers from the U.S. for $750 million in November 2016. The Army will receive 56 more M777 guns by June 2022. As of now, 89 howitzers have been delivered. M777 manufacturer BAE Systems has delivered 25 ready-built howitzers, and the remaining guns have been are being built locally in collaboration with Mahindra Defence under the Make in India initiative. Russia has started the delivery of S-400 surface-to-air missile systems to India, Russia's director of the Federal Service for Military Technical Cooperation Dmitry Shugov told. In October 2018, India had signed a $5 billion deal with Russia to buy 5 units of the S-400 air defense missile systems, despite a warning from the Trump administration. International news. 1. The Defense Ministry has lifted the ban on dealings with Italian firm Augusta Westland and its parent company Leonardo. However, as per the decision, the investigation against the company by the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate would continue. It also issued a list of 21 firms that have been banned, debarred or suspended from doing business with the military. 2. Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri will lead a 3-day official and business delegation to UAE from tomorrow to attend the Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference, ADIPEC. Afghanistan does not want conflict with any country, including India, the war-torn country's Taliban-led interim government's acting foreign minister Amir Khan Muttaqi has said. World news. Dubai Airshow that kicked off on November 14th is being touted as one of the largest aviation expos, showcasing some of the highly advanced aircraft and connecting aerospace industry professionals in the world. The focus of the exhibition is next-generation fighter aircraft and unmanned aerial systems. Apart from Russia's latest stealth aircraft Checkmate, American F-35, and MQ-9 Reaper drones. Italian Coast Guard rescues 300 migrants in overnight operation. More than 300 migrants were rescued from a storm-battered fishing boat by the Italian Coast Guard during an overnight operation that began on Saturday night and ended early Sunday. Most of the migrants are from Egypt. Thousands of people in Thailand took to the streets on Sunday to demand reforms to the Thai monarchy. Some of the protesters waved placards that read "No absolute monarchy and reform is not abolition." The king's increased powers in recent years are pulling Thailand away from democracy and back to absolute monarchy. Two strong earthquakes hit southern Iran on November 14th. 6.4 and 6.3 magnitude earthquakes hit at a depth of 15 kilometers in the southern province, Iranian. 1 dead. Russia is ready to help resolve a migrant crisis on the border between Belarus and Poland, Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Sunday. Poland and the European Union, EU, have accused Belarus of creating the crisis in response to sanctions against the Eastern European country. Russia is a key ally of Belarus, and the two countries held military drills recently. Sports. ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2021. Final match. New Zealand vs Australia. Australia won by 8 wickets. NZ 172/420. AUS 173/2 18.5. Player of the match. Mitchell Marsh. Player of the series. David Warner. 2. Australia defeated New Zealand by 8 wickets in T20 World Cup 2021 final to win Men's T20 World Cup for first time. New Zealand put up 172-4 in their 20 overs, the highest ever first innings total in a T20 World Cup final. Australia chased down the target in 18.5 overs. Australia were featuring in their second Men's T20 World Cup final. Facts about India. Jharkhand. The word Jar means forest and Khand means land in various Indo-Aryan languages. Thus Jharkhand means land of bush or forest. Ranchi was the center of the Jharkhand movement, which called for a separate state for the tribal regions of South Bihar, northern Orissa, western West Bengal, and the eastern area of what is present-day Chhattisgarh. The Jharkhand state was formed on November 15, 2000 by carving out the Bihar divisions of Chota Nagpur and Santhal Parganas. Ranchi has been selected as one of the 100 Indian cities to be developed as a smart city under PM Narendra Modi's flagship Smart Cities mission. Thought of the day. Create a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. How a tornado forms. Tornadoes form when warm, humid air collides with cold, dry air. The denser cold air is pushed over the warm air, usually producing thunderstorms. The warm air rises through the colder air, causing an updraft. The updraft will begin to rotate if winds vary sharply in speed or direction. GK Today. Bengali Tiger, Bipin Chandra Pal. Maratha Kesari, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Punjab Lion, Lala Lajpat Rai. Sage of Sabarmati, Mahatma Gandhi. Born today. Birsa Munda. November 15, 1875 to June 9, 1900, was an Indian tribal freedom fighter, religious leader, and folk hero who belonged to the Munda tribe. He spearheaded a tribal religious millenarian movement that arose in the Bengal Presidency, now Jharkhand, in the late 19th century, during the British Raj, thereby making him an important figure in the history of the Indian independence movement. The revolt mainly concentrated in the Munda belt of Kunti, Tamar, Sarwada, and Bangan. His portrait hangs in the Indian Parliament Museum. He is the only tribal leader to have been so honored. Idioms and phrases. Back to the drawing board. If you go back to the drawing board, you make a fresh start or try another idea, because the earlier one didn't succeed.